Welcome back to Wall Street Today. I'm your host, Bob Guiney, and I am joined today by Dr. Fred Rouse. Dr. Fred, longtime friend, longtime fan of yours, and I love what it is that you're doing, not only for inexperienced people who want to invest, but also I love what you're doing with students and getting them started young. I love that, the real money doctor. You can get these coffee cups on your website, I'm pretty sure.
No, I can't.
Oh, we got to figure out how to do that.
These are great cups, though.
We got to activate that. So tell me, I mean, obviously you didn't just wake up one day and you end up on Wall Street today. How does your journey impact what you do and influence how you approach investing?
It was interesting. A little kid from South Philly, nothing fancy. Dad was a carpet layer, 4 kids in a 2-bedroom house. I joined the Coast Guard early.
Yep.
Spent 5 years there, 3 years running search and rescue. Got out, went into respiratory therapy. Looked like I did a good job. Been for 10 years there, started a family, needed more money.
Yeah.
So I got into financial services. And lo and behold, I sold 15 mutual funds and life insurance. I didn't know anything about money.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
And so I ended up having to go back and get a CFP designation. It took me 5 years to do that.
Yep.
5 years. In the middle of that, and the CFP people were great, and 8, 10, 12% is what you get.
Sure.
I happened to do a trading course. It was really novel. And what happened was I was getting 20, 30% a month. That's a whole lot different than the 8, 10, 12% they're telling me about.
Yeah, yeah.
And I took a $5,000 account. I ran up to $2 million in 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
I thought I was a genius. I'm really good at this.
Yeah.
I can double this now, no problems at all. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
6 months, boom, lost it all. And you lose $2 million in 6 months. You don't wake up the next day and say, God, the sun's up, this is a great day.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You lost $2 million. What the hell's wrong with you?
Right.
And so I kept the charts, though. I had to go back to work as a respiratory therapist nights and weekends just to pay the bills.
Yep.
I had my own tax business at that point in time. I quit selling products, and I kept the charts. It took me 10 years, $350,000 of my money, and I researched how did I lose it? And I came up with a system. And in 2008, I rolled it out. During that year, while the market was crashing,
Yeah.
the brokers are telling you, oh yeah, just dollar cost average it on the way down. This is like Roadrunner. Okay, he runs off a cliff and you give Wile E. Coyote an anchor and he falls faster.
Right.
Why would you ever do such a stupid thing?
Right.
But I took a $5,000 account, ran up to $50,000 that year while the market was crashing. 2 years later, I was working with small business clients,
Yep.
0 to 6 employees. These are small contractor types. Okay, some chiropractors, plumbers, electricians, working class folks.
Yep.
They needed something. Took me 2 years. I put it on paper. 2010, I rolled it out to clients. I've been getting triple-digit returns every year. People tell you we can't do that. They can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
They don't like me. That's okay.
Right.
But here's my numbers.
Yeah.
Here's my 1 year return. Show me your 3 and 5 year returns. I'll beat you dollar for dollar every time.
Wow.
And they can run and hide.
I love how you say, well, I don't do what these guys do or what those guys do. You're like, I focus on the middle class. I focus on people who have smaller dollar amounts and want to turn it into larger dollar amounts, which I think is great because I mean this sincerely. I think that a lot of people forget, a lot of wealth managers, a lot of financial planners forget about that segment of our population. They're not big enough returns for me or whatever it might be, but you turn this around. You make it huge for them and you're changing lives every day.
Those are the people who actually need the help.
Yeah.
And you can go online. There are tons of brokers. They want a minimum $500,000 account. Well, if they have $500,000, they don't need me generally.
Yeah.
My student population ranges somewhere between people who have $10,000 period to people who have 1.2, 1.3 mil. Okay, and they come with different reasons.
Right.
If you're 50 plus and you're looking around trying to retire, you have $20,000, $30,000 where you're going to go.
Yeah.
You have a couple $100,000 where it's going to go. Okay, your expenses are $80,000 a year anyway.
Yeah.
So you got 2 years worth of income. So these people need the help more than anybody else. It's fun to help them and to see them turn things around.
It's got to be very rewarding, I would think.
Nobody else wants to touch them.
Yeah, you're taking the population of people that they're too small for anyone to, allegedly take seriously, and you're making them serious players, and serious retirement opportunities are coming as a result of what you're doing.
Well, they get to retire in the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Totally under their control, which is totally different than what they were used to.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Okay, other than giving your money to the market and just wait and hoping it goes up. This is something you actually get to control in 20 minutes a day.
I love it.
So it's much more fun.
I mean, people do a lot of things 20 minutes a day, yeah? One of them is not seizing control of their financial future.
No, it's scary.
Yeah.
It really is.
We were talking about this earlier. I love that you take students and you teach them financial responsibility. I think a lot of times, especially in today's day and age, it's the most common thing to run up a huge amount of credit card debt or all these other types of things. But you really get into the weeds with them and actually show them how they can seize control of their lives. People don't focus on students because students don't have any money. And you're focusing on these people and giving them a second chance or a third chance or maybe even their first chance at
Generally,
building a retirement
it's their
future.
last chance.
Yeah.
Because at age 50, and things have happened, they did everything right. Every moment in their life, they did everything right based on the information that they had at that time.
Yep.
They don't purposely go out and make mistakes.
Right.
But things happen along the way. You get a job, and by the time you're age 50, you change jobs a dozen times already.
Sure.
Okay? The pensions, they're gone.
Pensions
get
are
shifted over to
non-existent.
401ks.
Yeah.
And now you don't have enough money to fund the 401k because
Right.
you're paying for the house
Right.
and the kids and the school and the braces and the water heater and the car. So things happen along the way, and they've got absolutely no control over things. And then they wake up at age 50. God, I'm 50 now. I should be doing something. I'm 60 now. I'm really
Now I'm behind the eight ball.
This is a
Yeah.
problem now. What am I going to do?
Right.
And this is their last chance for a lot of these folks.
Your sincerity comes through in such a wonderful way. I love how you talk about what you do, and you can tell you love it. I think this of you and your wife Terry as well. I mean, you guys are both very sincere, very wonderful people. I just think the sincerity of how you approach your business and will definitely come through to the viewers of Wall Street today, and I think that they're going to see that, and they're really going to know. It's going to resonate with them. But from where you do and from where you sit, what's the biggest misconception about how you approach your business and how you can turn things around for people?
People live with that for quite a while, and the biggest problem is that they're so conditioned to traditional financial planning. We'll buy and hold. We'll buy it today and it's going to grow up in value later on. It doesn't always go up in value, and if it does, that's great. At age 50, you don't have 30 years worth of growth.
Yeah, you don't have the time.
You don't have the time. That's why I call it short window retirement planning.
Yeah.
What do you do with a short window that you actually have?
Right.
Okay, so instead of putting it into the market where you have no control at all, we show them in a program how you can control your money, just a small amount. I don't want anybody to put all their money into it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It really would be.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got to test it first, prove it to yourself that it actually works, and prove to yourself that you actually make money with it first.
Right.
Before you ever go near a live market.
Right.
Once you do those things, all of a sudden now you've got the confidence because you've already done it yourself.
Yeah.
And the misconception is that that 30-year plan is going to save you. And it can't save you at this point in time. There's just no opportunity for it to work.
You need it to happen a lot faster.
You need it to happen a lot faster.
Yeah.
What are you going to get, 20% a year on a good year?
Right.
And then you lose the following year?
Right.
30-year plus hasn't worked for 30 years. It hasn't.
Right.
And now what do you need to do? So this is a way to shortcut that process by a lot, put you back in control. For the most part, it's your last chance.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do this, what else are you going to do?
Right.
At age 50,
Not a ton of doors opening
there's
up.
not a lot happening.
Yeah. Would you think from a knowledge perspective and from your wealth of information that you have to share with people, you can give it because you've lived it? You know, like you talk about being a kid from South Philly and you grew up without a ton of money. It's like to be where you're sitting right now in the heart of Times Square and being able to talk about your program and how it can help people that may have been just like you and maybe coming from the same upbringing that you came from. I think that's where the sincerity comes into play that I spoke about earlier. You can tell you've gone through it. Now, like you said, you've made a bunch of money and then you lost a bunch of money and
That was
here
fun.
you are. Yeah, you know, those lessons, they're hard learned
Yeah.
and they take their toll on you, but you get back up, you pull your boots up and you go back out there and you go after it again. I mean, I think that's something that really resonates with people.
If you're not concerned with the folks, it comes through pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Especially with all the crazy stuff that's out there on the internet nowadays.
Right.
Students get involved and they look at my videos and they say, yeah, but. And then lo and behold, they keep looking at my videos.
Right.
2-3 years later, they come back. Dr. Frick, can I get in your program now?
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know. Schedule a call, we can chat, and we'll see if I can help you or not.
Right.
It took them a while to figure out that, well, the rest of the stuff was trash.
Right.
And as it all drops off, I'm the consistent thing that stays there
You're still
all the
there.
time.
Yep.
The program hasn't changed. My story hasn't changed.
Right.
From 2008 to today, it's the same program. Nothing changes.
Yeah.
The same thing. Now, I'm not a genius. I'm really not. And people say, well, how do you get those numbers? We only focus on one process. We do the same thing over and over and over again.
Right.
It's like going to the grocery store. How do you screw up going to the grocery store? You've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
You go to the same grocery store there and back all the time.
Yep.
You drive the same car, you turn the key. You can tell when something's not right.
Right.
We only do 2 commodities. Same 2. There's only 20. You pick out whatever 2 you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
But same process, same 2 commodities, consistently over and over and over
So
again.
discipline, focus.
We don't focus on the money.
Yeah.
We focus on the process.
Right.
When you focus on the process, the money happens by itself.
Well, I would recommend to our viewers of Wall Street today that you should definitely reach out to Dr. Fred. Your experiences, I think, really influence how people respond to you, and the fact that you're so willing to share them, that helps get probably rid of the fear of people wanting to jump in, right, and invest, because you've been there, you've done that, and you can share that with people. It's not all about, you know, looking down your nose at someone who doesn't have enough money to invest. It's really about embracing those people and giving them a chance. So I love you for that, and thank you for being here today. Now, for our viewers to get a hold of you, for our viewers to be able to watch your videos and be able to engage with you, how would they go about doing that?
I think the easiest and best thing is just go to my website. There's a quiz I put together. It walks you through what you need to do. It lets you assess where you're actually at right now, what might be holding you back, what the problems are, and how to move forward.
Okay.
And since there's no cost to it, and you get immediate results, and they're tapered to you,
Right.
okay, it's a great place to start.
Excellent. Well, thank you again for joining us on Wall Street today. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure getting to sit with you. And thanks for sharing your story with our viewers.
Well, it's been great. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Fred.